All right, so I appreciate you taking the time and working with us at Deadly Art of Survival magazine.
Thank you for
I'm the
having me.
editor. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm the editor in chief, um, and we try to find people for the magazine that are honorable, good people doing the right thing. They don't necessarily have to be a martial artist, for 100 years. They can uh, they can be anywhere in between, but somebody who has heart, and does what we would do, which is to always try to give back to the community. And I'll get into that. Some of the questions I have for you, but um, you're definitely somebody that represents the honorable type of warrior that we like to feature in the magazine. So
Thank you.
happy to have you.
Thank you. It's an honor for me, you know. I don't think I'm a warrior at all, but I'm trying my best, you know.
Well, that's actually one of the questions too. Is the persona. So we'll just kick off with that question. So it's crazy because for fans who like the band, who know you now, getting to know you as a bare knuckle fighter. Uh, you definitely wrestling grizzlies and all the types of
Yeah.
things you do. They wouldn't know that from getting to know you and your background and some of the things that you grew up with, that you did a lot of things to overcome fears and so on and so forth. So why don't you talk about that a little bit, your background with that?
Yeah, I mean, I was completely different person like maybe 15 years ago, and I start to fight my fears like recently, maybe 10 years ago or something, because it was overdose and I was like 18 years old, right? And I start to question myself, who I am and where I going from, where I came from, and where I going to, you know, where I going for. I don't know. And I realized that I literally scared of everything. Try something new, like speak with people, like I would stay in comfortable zone every time, you know. And then I did understand that uh, fighting your fears is necessary to growing up, like spiritually, you know. Yeah, and yeah, was I was saying. And then I start to understand that I need to fight my fears because I wanted to grow up like spiritually. First of all, spiritually, you know, and get understanding like of mechanisms of this life, you know. I start to learn about myself more. I start to learn about like philosophy, metaphysics, and basement science of this life, you know. And then
Right.
I learned uh, about martial arts and gym in general, like exercises and stuff, because I really believe that if you do some exercises on a regular basis, like every day, no matter what, even if it's like light work or just a light movements, it really, really helps you uh, build your health, build your clear mind, because every time you're struggling, every time you're facing something doing exercises, you're working on yourself, you know what I mean? You're working on your mind, you're working on your stamina, you're working on your will, you're working on everything, you know. And it's just a good tool to actually learn yourself as well, because you start to find out uh like interesting things about your like body. And it's literally your everything. It's the tool of observing this reality, you know, your eyes, your ears, your like everything, you know. And you start to look into everything deep, very deep, you know. And this is what start to do. And it just lead me to a martial arts because I grew up in a small village, as I said before, and I went to military school, right? And a lot of bad guys was in that school, a lot of guys who want to fight, a lot of guys who want to test you, you know. And I always being scared of the fight, being scared of these guys. I remember I was 6 years old and my mom brought me to a wrestling school. And I remember that day when we start to compete and we need to weight ourselves without any pants and stuff. And I was scared because I don't want to be naked in front of everybody, you know, so I left, you know.
Right.
And you know, I mean, I was scared literally of everything. And then I almost lost my life, and I realized my life is everything, like literally everything. And nothing scared me more than death. And I was like, okay, uh this is not that scary as death, so I can do that, you know. And it become a big motivation, and I just start to compare everything with the death, you know. And it seems look very easy. Everything I was afraid of, I wasn't afraid of anymore because I'm compared to everything to death, you know. And it's not that scary because when you're facing death, it's fucking scary, you know. And I start to test myself. I start to do everything I wasn't comfortable of. Uh, uh, I can just look up on the questions, or you can ask me. It's up to you.
Oh no, I think I have everything pretty much memorized.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, you talked about some of like your fears and stuff and how
Yeah.
you overcame them and got yourself stronger, some of your history in martial arts. Talk about a little bit about your training for bare knuckle fighting, like who trained you, your regiment, the things that you worked
Okay.
on and how you
So
got ready.
my first trainer, my first coach for bare-knuckle fight was brutal Jake Boswick. Uh, he jumped on tour with me, I believe, like 1 year ago or so, and we were training on the road, on tour, and it's actually very exhausting. And I think it's just a bad idea to train on tour because it's not a proper training. You need to recover like more than like when you sit at home and you have a normal job and you go to gym, you need a recovery, you know. But when you compete, you need double recovery because you train
Yes,
double
sir.
hard, you know. And
Yeah.
then you train on tour, which is like harder than train for competition at house, sitting at home. And it's just a bad idea because it will affect your results. So it did, and the last tour, I fought after that tour, and I fought after I performed, and result was really bad because uh I got knocked down 3 times, which is pissed me off very much because I sparred with the big guys and nobody knocked me down. Nobody, never, never. In my life, I never been knocked down and knocked
Right. Right.
out. Yeah, and this last fight, he broke my nose twice. So he broke my nose in the second round and the third round. And when at the third round referee started to count, I was thinking how the fuck I will perform in 2 days on the big festivals because it is big responsibility for me, and I get my ass into this responsibility and I start to overthink about this. So I was thinking about this during the fight, and that was very bad decision because
Yes.
For my last fight, I trained with Kratos, that guy from Russia. He's my friend. And he is a bare-knuckle fighter, and he was an MMA fighter, and he's just a fighter, you know. And he told me that we're gonna fight at the May 6th. After May 6th, I don't have any plan because I'm ready to die in this ring. That's the focus you have to like have in your mind, you know. But I didn't. I didn't have it, you know. This is why I lost. This is why I put a bad fight. This is why he knocked me down, and I start to think, and referee start to count, and I wasn't in there. I was in my head. I was thinking, and then referee stop it.
Right.
But I can't continue, and that pissed me off very bad because I want to continue. You know, I want to fight till the end. You know, and this
Yeah.
is very bad decision. This is very bad decision because no matter who your trainer, no matter who your coach, you need to put the much more offer that I did. You know, and you need to focus on this 100%, and you just need to listen to your coach. You need, and it doesn't matter who your coach is. You know, and just yeah, I trained with creators. I trained with Jake Brutal Boswick. I trained with creators trainer back to Russia, Dmitry Mezintsev. He's boxing coach, like a professional boxing coach, you know. And then I trained with Vladimir Shishkin. He's local guy. He lives in Hollywood, Florida, and he's a professional boxer. His record like 17-1 or 17-2. He's very good on his feet. He's very good on his timing and stuff. I work with him, and I work with a lot of people because I travel a lot, you know?
As far as the bare knuckle training, I know that you had posted on the socials that you're thinking of not fighting anymore, and obviously for reasons of your professional life as a singer and the
Yeah.
responsibilities you talked about and the challenge you had. But what about fighting with gloves, or doing some grappling or something, or getting back into another aspect of it?
I would definitely do one or a few bare knuckle fights in the future, but I need a proper camp, like at least for 4 months or even 6 months, because I'm a new guy in this game, you know. I'm just start to learn, you know, and I need time, and at least 6 months I need to for my camp, and if I have this time. I would love to do that again, you know. And if I win, maybe I will do more, you know. But for money, because it's very brutal and tough sport. My whole face was broken like twice already, you know. So it costs a lot to heal it up, and it has a side effect. But I was thinking about grappling for sure because it's kind of cool. It's just because it's nothing bad about getting hit in your head at your head. You know, it's still brutal. You know, and sometimes like bones breaking and fingers and everything. You know, but it's kind of a good competition, and I would love to do that probably, but. I just like bare knuckle fight because I believe it's very matched with my music, you know, with metal.
Oh yeah. So let's talk about that for a moment. So most people know that there's a lot of people that are in bands and stuff that also do martial arts. Um, but it's interesting because, like I said earlier, it's like your persona is pretty like scary, and
Mhm.
then like you said, just like being a bare knuckle fighter, like just added right to that. Do you feel like that's brought more attention to your music, or vice versa?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm a public figure, and uh, of course, everything I does in my Instagram, people like to watch, you know, and I understand that, and I do it on purpose on the one side. On another side, I do it because I love to do that. I just enjoy my life. I have a best life in my life. I have a best time in my life. I mean, and I have a best opportunity to do whatever I want to do. Because right now I have money. I don't have any responsibility on my shoulders, like for I don't know how to say it, but it's just it it's just cool. I'm adrenaline junkie, I believe. Sometimes I think
Oh yeah,
that way,
yeah,
and it's just cool that the stuff I like, I can use it uh, for my Instagram, for my content, So I grew up not just as a musician, but as a influencer. I don't know, and it very helps me with the both way because if I don't have a background with like a music background and my followers and stuff like that, I would definitely will be not allowed to compete in BKFC or Top Dog or RCC or whatever because who am I? But right now I have followers and I have some skills, so huge religious, they just said to me like, of course you can join, especially for free, of course we would love to do that
yeah.
because I have audience, so it
Right.
helps me both way. So my audience which is sticks with the music, they love to watch my side quest as they named it,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
for yeah, and I bring into my new audience like people who wanna watch the fights and who wanna watch this crazy stuff in my Instagram.
And actually, it's funny because I saw a couple of new things you were posting, and they're like hilarious.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, no, it's like the world, content is king. So I totally get it.
exactly.
And it's just the life we live in now, which is pretty crazy. And I do share a lot of what you're saying is like being an adrenaline junkie
Uh-huh.
and you know, doing all that kind of stuff. And it's funny because I'm also, like martial arts and stuff like that, but I'm also
Uh-huh.
a fan of your music, and I knew about your band before all of the fighting stuff. So it was
That's
funny,
cool.
yeah, because I was listening to the music and stuff, and then when you started doing the fights, I was like, all right, this is pretty cool.
That's cool. See, and a lot of people they think this way like you. A lot of people,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's great,
That's cool.
and not for nothing. One of the things that I like about what you're doing, and
Mhm.
uh, and another reason why to have you in the magazine is like you give back. And I know that there was a time when you had helped some fans and stuff like that. They were in wheelchairs and things like that.
Mhm.
So we at the magazine definitely, personally, we respect that kind of giving back. So thank you for that, because a lot of people, they can just do what they do and not really care or pretend they care, but you definitely care and you did the right thing, and that's very cool. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'm not judging people. I try to not judge people in general, and if people doesn't help another people in the wheelchair or disabled people or animals or something like that, it's their choice. I don't blame them. I don't mind, But for me personally, I think that this world needs to be more kind, this world needs more kind people in general because I believe our nature is not like that violent. And of course we have wars during like every time, back in the history, it never ends, and in general people are greedy. In general people want to do a lot of fucked up things, But on the one side, on another side, we have humanity in us, and I think we need to like show it more so we can motivate people do it more, And when I see people in the wheelchair or when I see people struggling with a disease and stuff like that, I was like, okay, I thought I'm tough. I thought I'm like a warrior or something like that, you know, because I do bare-knuckle fights or some shit like that. But no, not really, because these people fight literally every day, and sometimes they losing. You know what I mean? Sometimes they losing, and sometimes they getting hurt like more than us, you know, in general. And I just feel bad for them. I just feel sorry for them, and I just want to help somehow, you know, and share my emotions with them so they think they're not alone. That simple as that, you know. It's small. It's a small thing you can do. Just make sure they think they're not alone in this world. You know what I mean? And they stronger than you. They stronger than a general person in this world who has ability to walk, who has ability to see, who has ability to live the fucking normal life. And a lot of people doesn't have these abilities, you know. And I just wanna support them somehow, you know. I'm not a perfect man. I'm not the ideal, you know, and I'm greedy as well. I'm violent as well, and all of this shit. But I have another side of me who is fighting to be more than this greedy person, to be more than this violent person. This side of me, I think, this side will win someday, and this side very expressive, and this side is very strong. This side is the has the most power in this world, and when people will understand that, the world will be changed a lot, you know.
Well said, my friend. That is excellent.
Yeah, thank
All
you.
right, cool. So, I got one more for you.
Okay.
Uh, so as far as, you know, for who you are and what you're doing and what's next steps for you as far as you know, what's your I believe you're going on tour in Europe. That's your next steps.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna go to Europe this summer, and then we're gonna go back to United States. We're playing 10 shows in United States, I believe. After that, we're planning go to Australia, some shows in Asia, I believe, and then we finish this year in Mexico and South America. And then we'll have a gap for 1 year because I became a father, and I want to spend more time with my kid because I enjoy this, and also I want to put more energy into this kid, and make sure um, I get this parents experience, because I believe this very necessary. Because my dad, I have a stepdad, and I have my father, and my parents separated when I was 6 years old, and I remember how I miss my dad. I remember how I miss my father, and my stepdad. He gave everything to me because he was military and he was like a businessman and stuff like that. But I never felt uh like this energy of real father from him. I never want to spend time with him. I never want to make jokes with him, laughing with him, like you know, everything. Like I just miss my real dad. I just miss my real father, and I want to make sure my kid have all of this experience from me, you know, and I want to share with him.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Um, the more we learn about you, man, you're cooler and cooler as we go.
I'm not that good as you think.
No, you're you're a good dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I appreciate it. And listen, man, just to wrap, so thanks again. Really appreciate your time.
Thank
Uh,
you.
you're you're for everyone listening, you're gonna be in the 20th edition, 27th edition, which is coming out more towards the end of the summer.
That's cool.
Uh, right now we just finished releasing the 25th, 26th out next, and you'll be on the
That's an
27th.
honor. That's an
Yeah,
honor.
man.
That's an honor for me. Thank you.
So
Please
So,
send me something, and I will send you my masks.
I appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you.
again, thank you for your time, because time is currency, and we never have enough of it. So thank you, brother.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right.